Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Fahim, and today we're going to be doing a little departure from what I normally upload on the channel, which is quick data analytics videos and overviews and stuff that I can do. And we're going to be doing something that I've been trying to learn lately, which is me trying to code my own website. And this is the second take I'm actually making this video because the first time I did it, I actually opened up some of my repositories and some of my code, and I didn't realize I had I guess, confidential information in there, such as file paths and information that can be used to track me inside of those until I took another look and I'm like, oh, I accidentally clicked on those and I shouldn't have. So I'll be trying to not reveal anything uh, that could be traced back to me. So essentially the reason why I wanted to code my own website is because one of my hobbies that I do in my free time is I like to do woodworking. And whenever I sell one of my projects to a client, like let's say a box or a picture frame or a cutting board, a serving tray, whatever it may be, they always ask if I have a website. And my answer was always no for the longest time because I thought that uh, building my own website, coding my own website was a bit out of my expertise, was a bit out of reach for me. And uh, that encouraged me to learn how to do it myself. And I realized that it really isn't hard at all because the main thing about coding your own website is it's not a programming language, it's a coding language. And the difference is that programming is sees a bit more motion, whereas coding your own website is completely static. Once you have a template that you find, once that you've made your own site, it stays that way, and you can modify it whenever you want to include more stuff or to exclude stuff. You're not missing any key component from it. You can make it as simple as you want to. And that's what I ended up doing. I made a pretty simple one that we're going to be taking a look at in a moment. And how I did this was I ended up installing GitHub Desktop, which will allow me to push any changes that I make to my website to their server, which is what this is running off of. And the great thing about using GitHub as a repository is if something ever happens to the local files that I have on my desktop, if my desktop bricks or something like that, or if I lose access to any of my files, it's still on their online server, which is great. That's what this is running off of. I have my own domain made, and how I ended up doing this was that I, again, installed GitHub Desktop, and it was very, very simple. I essentially created a working file path in the repository using different text files, HTML files right here. I have different images that I uploaded to the file path as well based on if I want people to see certain projects I've worked on, what I am working on, or anything that they could commission me for. So if we take a look at, let's just say, my picture frame projects, you can see 3 photos of picture frames that I've already done that are on my website. Here we have 3 different HTML files which do include the code that is going into the website. I'm not going to click on them because that's how I ended up revealing too much information about myself when I recorded the video. And I don't want to have to go back and edit this. So I'm trying to do it in one take. But when you actually end up changing your script, when you end up modifying anything, you get a little warning on in GitHub Desktop right here saying what exactly you've changed in your file path. And you can accept or reject the changes, commit it to their server, and your website will be live. It is so simple, really. And a lot of people will give me a bit of contingency and say, oh, coding your website is hard. You have prior background experience from programming, and the skills really aren't translatable, I'd say. Again, this is completely static. You can go on any website and find a template that they've used that to make their website. You just copy and paste it and just change whatever you want about it. It's that simple. And of course, if we actually click on my browser, I have it pulled up right here in my website. I'll refresh it to show you that this is the current version of it. Again, it's pretty simple. It's not meant to be fancy or flashy. I just have my completed project for sale, a preview of any commission ready slabs that someone wants to purchase from me, a little about me section, and of course you can click on this link in the bottom right. Little preview window will bring up my YouTube channel where you can, of course, subscribe. And this is another YouTube channel for my woodworking, and watch my videos on how I make some of my projects. You can also click on the home page, some of the links, and it will take you to more previews on completed projects. You can thumb through them. You can submit an inquiry for anything that you might be interested in, and I'll get an email about it, which I use a third-party vendor for that. So that's how I can accept those requests if someone inquires about something. And of course, they can also click on the commission ready slabs, which will take you to everything that I have available and all the pretty and nice wood that is ready to be used for a project. But it's really that simple. I'm glad that I have it up and running. It was much more, again, it was pretty straightforward. I didn't end up using a template. If you use a template, you could legitimately do this in a couple of hours with a couple of tweaks. Whereas I wanted to learn the language and adapt my knowledge to it, so I have a skill that I can use in the future. So I took it on myself to learn in my free time. So hopefully there's some skills that I can put on my resume if anyone's interested in talking to me about that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully you found this enjoyable. Hopefully this encourages some of you to look into making your own website for whatever it may be, because at least now I have somewhere to guide some of my potential clients to in the future. So thanks again, guys.